global news update on top accolade news. The headlines: Joe Biden diagnosed with advanced prostate cancer. Indonesia's president prioritizes reforms over re-election. Chega party emerges as key player in divided Portuguese parliament. Syria hails US sanctions relief. We start with the focus in politics. Joe Biden diagnosed with advanced prostate cancer. Former U.S. President Joe Biden has been diagnosed with an aggressive and advanced form of prostate cancer that has metastasized to his bones, his office announced on Sunday. Detected after he experienced urinary symptoms, the cancer was confirmed on Friday and scored a 9 out of 10 on the Gleason scale, indicating high risk. Despite the seriousness, the cancer is hormone sensitive, offering effective treatment options. Biden, who ended his re-election bid last year after concerns about his health and age, is now consulting with doctors and his family. Still in politics, Indonesia's president prioritizes reforms over re-election. Indonesia's president says he won't seek a second term unless he delivers meaningful results, emphasizing progress over politics just 8 months into office. Addressing supporters at the Youth Congress, he stressed that economic growth, anti-corruption efforts, and public welfare remains his top priority, including targets like 8% GDP growth and free nutritious meals. While internal party voices and his vice president faces mounting speculation alongside call for cabinet changes, he insists his focus is on fulfilling promises, not real election. Moving on in politics, Chega party emerges as key player in divided Portuguese parliament. Portugal's centre-right Democratic Alliance, led by Prime Minister Luís Montenegro, won the most seats in the country's third general election in 3 years, but again failed to secure a parliamentary majority, according to exit polls. The AD is projected to win 85 to 96 seats, short of the 116 needed, while the far-right Chega party surged a potential 20 to 24% of the vote, positioning itself as kingmaker. Montenegro has ruled out any alliance with Chega, calling it unfit for government. The election, triggered by a no-confidence vote amid conflict of interest allegations, threatens to prolong political instability in the NATO and EU member states, especially as defense and immigration remains divisive campaign issues. Moving to economy, Syria hails US sanctions relief. Syria's economy minister has welcomed the US decision to lift sanctions, calling it a crucial first step towards economic recovery, but warning that real progress will depend on long-term reforms, transparency, and regional cooperation. It said the impact will be gradual, with initial gains likely in banking, trade, and investment. The breakthrough followed mediation by Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, culminating in a historic meeting between President Donald Trump and Syrian President al-Bashar. The minister emphasized that rebuilding trust, not just lifting sanctions, is key to reviving the Syria's economy. You're watching the Global News Update on Top Accolade News. Do stay with us. Still to come. Thanks for staying with us. In international relations, Cuba leans on China as economic lifeline. Cuba is turning to China in a desperate bid to revive its struggling economy, as traditional allies like Venezuela, Russia, and Iran offer little support amid their own crisis. During a major tourism fair in Havana, Cuban and Chinese officials signed agreement aimed at boosting investment, hotel management, and multi-destination tourism. With visitor numbers still lagging behind pre-pandemic levels, China is now Cuba's fastest growing tourism market thanks to new direct flights and visa waivers. However, financial challenges persist, including credit access and safety concerns. Cuba is also deepening ties with China in trade, culture, and infrastructure as it seeks economic lifelines beyond tourism. Moving to conflicts, Israeli strike kills 22 in Gaza. At least 22 people were killed in Israeli airstrikes across Gaza on Monday as Israel intensified ground operations and agreed to allow a limited amount of food into the territory to prevent a hunger crisis. The strike came amid renewed indirect talks between Israel and Hamas on hostages and a potential ceasefire, with Israel's military deploying extensively in northern and southern Gaza. Meanwhile, international pressure mounts for greater humanitarian access as aid agency warn of worsening famine conditions. A proposed deal could involve hostage releases and Hamas disarmament, but negotiations remain deadlocked over key terms. Turning to entertainment, Real Housewives star addresses rumors. Ida Dubur is pushing back against rumors suggesting she paid to get her daughter Katarina accepted into Yale University. The Real Housewives star clarified that any insinuation of financial donations was completely false, stating $0 when asked about it. Dubur explained that her family's approach to education has always been about hard work, not money, and she has always supported her children's academic journey without intervening through donations. The proud mom also shared her excitement about Katarina's recent achievement as she was accepted into the prestigious Ivy League school. Now in sports, WNBA investigates allegation of racist comments during season opener. In a troubling turn during the season opener between the Chicago Sky and Indiana Fever, the WNBA is investigating allegation of hateful racial comments directed at Sky forward Angel Reese. The league condemns such behavior, emphasizing the importance of fostering an inclusive environment. The incident reportedly took place during a heated moment in the game when Reese was at the free throw line following a flagrant foul involving Indiana's Caitlin Clark. With the WNBA's no space for hate policy in place, both the league and the Women's National Basketball Players Association are committed to ensuring that the league remains a safe space for all players and fans. That concludes our global news updates for today. Stay tuned for more global news and developments. Thanks for joining us. I am Ojorumi Okocha. Connect and engage with us on all our social media handles. Do have a wonderful day.